Hey, where you going, man? Where you going? You going to Ducky Time? I want to come to Ducky Time. It's Ducky Time. It's Ducky Time. It's Ducky Time. Woohoo!
Welcome to another episode of Ducky Time. Today we have a very special episode for you all about mammals.
Oh, a stick!
And this time we have a special guest star with my friend Squirrel. Wait, Squirrel.
What?
Remember we're doing that Ducky Time thing?
Oh yeah.
So friends, this is my friend Squirrel. She's going to be helping us teach you all about mammals today.
Ducky, look what I found. Look.
Ooh, do you know what that is, Squirrel?
It's a squirrel.
No, Squirrel. It starts with an O and ends with a tur.
Otter.
Yes!
I love otters. I know so much about otters.
Tell me more.
Their favorite food is like fish, but they also eat like amphibians and other things that live in the water.
That's really soft. Where do they live?
Oh, they like to live in like streams or like water beds or like rivers like this one.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think we have otters here?
Oh, we should, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
River otters.
Yeah, yeah,
River
oh yeah,
otters.
river otters, yeah.
Oh, you know something else? They like
What?
to make these like fun mudslides, and they like slide down into the river. They even do it in the winter when there's like snow, and they slide down the snow.
Oh man, I love sledding. I'm just like an otter.
You're like an otter. They also have this really cool thing where they have their little paws, and they flip over stones with their paws. It's
Oh.
so adorable. I love
That is
otters.
adorable. They are super fun. Yay, otters. What else you got there, Squirrel?
I found a little skull.
Oh, look at you can see that it's a carnivore because it's got such sharp, pointy teeth all over.
Ooh, super cool.
Yeah,
Otter skull.
otter skull. Ouch. Don't fall down the hill. Don't fall down the hill. Hey, Squirrel, look, it's one of those otter slides you were talking about.
So cool.
I want to go sledding.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. Squirrel, look what I got here. You know what this is?
A stinky squirrel.
Otherwise known as a skunk. So skunks are omnivores, so they eat all sorts of stuff. And they live in underground burrows, and they're shaped like a football, so when they walk, they waddle.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Did you know that baby skunks can spray at 3 weeks old?
3 weeks. That's
Yep.
so young.
And they can spray up to 10 feet. I think. Need a little bit more. Okay,
Oh dear. That one is definitely not a squirrel.
you're right. This is a deer.
Oh.
This is from a male deer. You can tell because it has antlers. And the difference between antlers and horns are that antlers have these sharp tines, and horns would just be one thing. Antlers are solid, horns are hollow, and antlers fall off every year, whereas horns stay on the animal for their whole life.
Oh wow.
But this is, you can tell it's an herbivore because it has these nice flat teeth, and there's no teeth right here. So they don't, because they don't have to tear meat or anything, so they don't have any teeth up here. You can tell the age of a deer by their teeth. So this one was relatively young because it still got some pretty big back teeth. Right here we have the skull of a red fox. You can tell it's the skull of a red fox because here the crest in the skull makes a V. If it was a gray fox, the crest would make a U. Now, foxes are omnivores, so they're eating things like meat and rodents, but they're also eating fruits and veggies, and you can tell because, well, here's where the sharp canines would have been, but then they got some more flat molars in the back of their mouth, just like that. Oh boy, Squirrel! Oh, you gave me quite a start! What you got there?
It's a fox pellet.
Ooh, so soft.
Yeah.
Is it a red fox or a gray fox?
This is a red fox. You know how I know?
How do you know?
It's got a little white on his tail.
Ooh, look at that little white right there.
All red foxes have whites on their tails.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
You know anything else cool about foxes?
Well, foxes like live in all sorts of different places.
Really?
They can live in forests or like grasslands or even in the mountains.
Ooh, mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy. Foxes are fancy.
Fancy foxes.
Yeah.
That's a really big squirrel you had, Ducky.
It's not a squirrel.
What is this?
It's a coyote. And you know what coyotes eat?
What?
Squirrels! But don't worry, they also eat things like rabbits, and they'll even try to take down a deer.
So not just squirrels.
Not just squirrels, no. They're omnivores, so they eat like fruit and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
But they can run at 40 miles an hour. they'd get a speeding ticket in a school zone. And look at this is their skull.
Yeah, those teeth.
Yeah. Nice omnivore teeth. Nice sharp canines. They're also really good swimmers. Yeah. And they live all over the U.S., including in some major cities like L.A.
And here we have Ducky modeling the newest gray squirrel. What?
It's not a gray squirrel.
What is it?
It's a possum.
Oh, a possum.
Yeah, it's the only North American marsupial. So it's like a kangaroo, how it has its babies in a pouch.
Oh.
And they're one of the only mammals in the world that doesn't get rabies.
Lucky.
Although it does get leprosy.
Oh.
So, you know.
Maybe not so lucky.
One or the other, I guess. But they're omnivores, they'll eat anything. And these guys have the most teeth out of any mammal. They have 52 teeth. Humans have about 32.
They have a lot of teeth.
Yeah, they do. And a little mouth. And here we have
A terrestrial squirrel.
Do you think that everything is a squirrel?
Isn't everything a squirrel?
No.
Oh.
There are some other animals too.
Oh, yeah.
This one, for example, is a raccoon. Now, raccoons are also omnivores. They eat crayfish and they eat fruits and berries, but they're also very commonly found in human garbage cans, like this one, which is how they got the nickname of Trash Panda. But it's super cute because they have 4 thumbs. Not opposable like ours, but still 4 thumbs. And they don't have any saliva glands, so they have to wash their food. So
That's so
it's
cute.
super cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Ducky, what you got here?
Well, it's something that a rodent has chewed on.
Was this squirrel?
Slightly bigger than that.
A bigger squirrel.
No. A beaver.
Oh.
So the beaver is the largest rodent in North America, but it's the second largest rodent in the world. Smaller only to the capybara.
Oh, wow.
But they'll chew on trees, and they'll cut them down, and that's what they use to build their lodges and their dams. And they're second only to humans in how much they can change their environment. It's so cool, and they have these really cool waterproof pelts.
Oh, wow.
And they're super soft.
I love it.
Nice. Europeans used to make coats out of them.
Oh, yeah, that'd make a good coat.
Super warm in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But they like to eat twigs and leaves, and sometimes they'll chop down a tree and cut off the little top branches and stick them underwater in the mud, and then they have food all winter.
Oh, that's smart.
Aren't those beavers so smart? This is the skull of our friend the beaver. Now they have these teeth that in the front that never stop growing. So part of what they need to do, and part of why they chew on wood, is to keep those teeth short. And they'll go, yum, 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 yum. And that'll help them chop down their trees and keep their teeth from growing too long. And look at how big it is. And here we have the pelt of
A prickly squirrel.
yes, but no. It is a rodent.
So it's close.
Sure. But this is a porcupine. Its Latin name means quill pig. And baby porcupines are called porcupets. It's adorable. It is. It really is. Now, these quills are just modified hairs that they're loosely connected to the animal, so that when a big predator comes, they can just kind of smack it with its tail, and then the quills lodge into their skin. And the only animal that will attack a porcupine more than once is a domestic dog. Silly puppies. Squirrel, you know what this one is?
It's a mouse. A rabbit. An echidna.
Squirrel. It's a squirrel.
Oh, this is a squirrel.
This is a squirrel.
Oh, okay. You know what?
What?
I know lots of stuff.
I figured you'd probably be the expert. Tell me all about squirrels.
Okay, so squirrels are super cool because we eat all sorts of stuff. We eat nuts, we eat berries, we even eat flowers sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is really great because we live all over the place. We can live in like woods or woodlands, and we even go to cities sometimes too. Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. But you know where we don't live?
Where?
Australia. I know.
They got everything else. I guess they don't get the squirrels.
Nope, no squirrels.
No.
Yeah. But you know what's super cool?
What?
Sometimes squirrels will use their tails when it's raining and they'll cover up their heads and use it like an umbrella.
Gosh.
Or like,
That's so
if they're
much fun.
cold, they'll use it like a blanket.
Oh.
It's like we have little blankets. Just carry them around with us everywhere we go.
Perfect.
It's great.
It's great.
Squirrels are the best.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Ducky Time. Join us next week when we talk about...
Squirrels!
No, we're going to talk about snow.
Oh yeah, snow!
And cold stuff with our friend Snow.